Welcome back to the lecture series of hydraulic structures. So, in the previous session of session one of module three, we discussed about what is a spillway, what are the components of spillway, and what are the different types of spillway. So, in the among the different types of spillway, Oogie spillway is very important, which is very commonly used in gravity dams. So this Oogie spillway design we will consider in this particular section. So let us discuss about how Oogie spillway can be designed. So you have design of Oogie spillway in this session. So if you take the spillway, it will have some limited length. It should be designed in such a way that there should be maximum discharge through this limited length. And when will the discharge be maximum? The discharge will be maximum when the coefficient of discharge CD is maximum. So CD is maximum for a sharp crusted weir, for a sharp crusted weir. So therefore, the Oogie spillway is designed in such a way that it will have the shape of the lower nappe of the discharge over a sharp crusted weir. So let us see. Let us see again. The Oogie spillway should be designed in such a way that the water should pass with the highest discharge for a limited length of the spillway. So it will have a limited length. Over that, the discharge should be the highest. You should design it in such a way. The coefficient of discharge should be maximum to satisfy the condition. The above condition is satisfied when the coefficient of discharge is maximum. So, the profile of the upstream and the downstream should be designed in such a way that it gives the maximum coefficient of discharge. So, this is how the profile will be. So, normally, Oogie spillway will be like this. So the upstream, this is also upstream, this is the apex of the crust. Whereas the downstream will have a shape like this, and the upstream also will have a part of a curve like this. Okay. The upstream phase and the downstream phase should be designed in such a way that it gives the maximum coefficient of discharge. So if you consider a sharp crusted weir, the water will feel freely fall like this. So this is called as the lower nappe, and this is called as the upper nappe. The this downstream face of the Oogie weir is designed in such a way that it follows the shape of this lower nappe, so that the water will flow smoothly over the surface. So this is the lower nappe and this is the upper nappe. This is the outflow from a freely falling sharp crusted weir. So if the Oogie weir has this shape, then it will have the maximum coefficient of discharge CD. The basic principle of design of Oogie weir is that the downstream profile should match with the lower nappe because coefficient of discharge of the sharp crusted weir is maximum. So, design of Oogie spillway. So, now you consider a Oogie spillway with a downstream profile matching the lower nappe of the free falling discharge over a sharp crusted weir. So, if h is the height of the, if h small h is the height of the spillway, and hd is the design head and ha is the approach velocity, whereas HE is the total design head which includes HD and the approach velocity. Okay, HE is also called as the depth of water above the crust level, total depth of water above the crust, which includes HD plus HA. So coefficient of discharge Q is directly proportional to this HD. This is HD. HE, sorry, this is HE. It is directly proportional to HE. So what is HE? HE is HD plus HA. We know from the diagram you can see that it is sum of the design head, and approach velocity head. And LE is nothing but the effective length of the spillway. So there's a formula for the effective length of the spillway that we will see later on. So this is LE, effective length, and CD is a coefficient of discharge. So we have to find this coefficient of discharge CD. It depends upon the approach, or in other words, H by HD ratio. What is this H by HD ratio? H is the height of the spillway plus HD is the design head. HD is the design head. If H by HD is greater than 1.33, so it is a high spillway. It is a high spillway where in that case HA can be taken as 0. It is a high spillway. HA can be taken as 0. So velocity approach has a negligible effect. When H by HD is greater than 1.33, HA can be taken as 0 here. The velocity of approach can be taken as 0. Therefore, HE will be equal to HD plus HA according to this. When HA becomes 0, it will become HD. HE will become HD. So in this formula, what is Q? Q is equal to, and the CD value will be 2.2. It is taken from the standard curve when the approach velocity is 0. There are standard curve for approach velocity 0. From that directly you can take CD as 2.2. So what happens to this equation? The discharge through the Oogie spillway. So CD value is 2.2. And what is the value of LE? LE has to be calculated from the formula. So we'll see that in the next slide. Effective length. And HE becomes HD. HE becomes the design head HD, whole raised to the power of 3 by 2. So like this you can calculate the discharge through the Oogie spillway. And then next is how to calculate this LE, effective length of the spillway. The second case, this is not a submerged one. This is not a submerged one. In case of submerged spillway, in case of submergence, HD plus D, where D is the depth of the water, it is totally submerged. So it is not flowing over this. The Oogie weir is totally submerged. So this is D, depth of water in the downstream side, plus HD, the design head, uh, divided by HE is the total head here above the crest of the weir to the full water level, or you can say total height of the water above the crest HE. So HD will be this HD plus D will be same as HE plus H, where H is the height of the spillway. So HD plus D, this ratio, if it is greater than 1.7, it still remains as a high spillway and it is not affected by the tailwater, water on the downstream side. So there is no effect on CD. If this is less than 1.7, then you have to use graphs to obtain correction factors. So we have to check two things. So one is this ratio H by HD. If it is greater than 1.33, directly you can take the value of CD as 2.2. If the value of H by HD is less than 1.33, we have to evaluate CD using the curves. And also in case of submergence, you have to find this ratio where this is equal to HE plus H divided by HE. If it is greater than 1.7, so there is no effect on CD. CD, whatever value you have got in the earlier case, the same thing can be taken. Otherwise, you have to use correction factors for the CD. So now how to calculate the effective length of the spillway? Effective length of the spillway L is equal to 2 into Kp into N plus Ka into He. He is the total design head, or the total depth of water above the crust, which includes HD, the design head, plus HA, design head, plus HA. So when HA becomes 0, HE will be equal to HD. This is HA. When will this be 0? It will be 0 when small h, the height of the spillway, divided by the design head HD is, when that value is greater than 1.33. If it is greater than 1.33, then HA will become 0. So Kp, in this we'll see what are these different terms. Kp is the pier contraction coefficient. So piers are in between the spillways. So piers are provided. This is a plan. So water will be flowing. This is the crust of the weir. Water will be flowing in this direction. So there will be there will be contraction here at the edges. There will be contraction at the edges when the water flows between these piers. So therefore contraction coefficient should be taken for 90-degree cut piers. So this is 90-degree. So in the problem, if it is not given, they may give you the value of Kp. So if it is not given, we have to assume that the piers are cut at 90 degrees, 90-degree cut. And Ka is the abutment correction coefficient. Abutments are the end piers. So here the abutments are considered as rounded. The abutments are considered as rounded. So for that, Ka is taken as zero point 0.1. Ka is taken as 0.1. So Kp is 0.01 and Ka is 0.1. If at all it is the values are given for different conditions, even if the piers are rounded, the value of Kp will be different. So it will be given in the problem. Ka, you can take it as zero point 0.1. If not mentioned, you assume that it is rounded abutments and 90-degree cut piers. So where n is the number of piers, so along the spillway there will be number of piers. If this is the length of the spillway, in between we will have piers to support the crust gates. To support the crust gates. So therefore water will be flowing between two piers like this. Okay. And HE is the total design head on the crust, including the velocity head. This HE, which is equal to HD plus HA. The downstream profile can be represented by an empirical formula. You have to remember this formula. So the downstream phase will be like this. So here, if you consider this, if this crust top is taken as origin 0, so here you take for different values of x, you can find out the different values of y. So x and y are the coordinates of the profile of the spillway. So therefore, x to the power of n is equal to k. This is the empirical formula which you have to remember. K into hd n minus 1 into y. We'll take a numerical example for the design of the profile of the Oogie spillway. Then you will understand it better how to use this formula. For different values of x, substitute different values of x, say from 0 down. This is for the downstream profile. This you have to remember. This is for the downstream profile. Say if x is equal to 0, what is the value of y? Y is also 0. So substitute x is equal to say 1 meter. If you substitute x is equal to 1 meter, you will get some value of y. So y. So similarly, put x is equal to 2, you will get some value of y. So here, so you will get at any point on the profile, you will have the coordinates x and y, which can be determined using this formula. HD will be known, and where x and y are the coordinates of the points of the crust profile with the origin at the highest point C on the crust. So as I said, so this is how the Oogie weir will be in this shape. So this is the origin. This is the origin. So from the origin, this x and y coordinates are measured. And HD is the design head, that is the depth of water above the crust level, which includes this is HD, design head. And the total head will be the total here, which includes the velocity of approach, HA, that is head due to velocity of approach, and this will be your HE. HE. So K and N are constants depending upon the slope of the upstream phase. So this value in the formula K and N are constants. It depends upon the slope of the upstream phase. So here these are the coordinates you get for the downstream phase. So if the upstream phase is inclined or vertical, the upstream phase can be inclined like this, or it can be vertical. So, sorry, vertical means it will be like this. This is the Oogie wear. So if it is vertical, K value is taken as 2 and 1.85. If there is some slope on the upstream side, say if it is 1 is to 3, 1 is to 3 slope, then the K value is 1.936, 1.875. Normally, for stability of the spillway, some battery is provided on the upstream side. So this will be known, it will be given in the problem. What is the slope of the upstream phase? Knowing the slope of the upstream phase, you can take these constants from this table, or the values of K and N will be given, or you have to remember at least for the vertical phase that the K value is 2 and N value is 1.85. And so we got an empirical formula for the downstream side. It was this. And now there's an empirical formula for the upstream curve. Upstream curve is a short curve, so it will be like this. This is the downstream curve. Upstream curve is this, from the origin, this side is the upstream curve. This curve is called as the upstream curve. For that, the y ordinate is given by this formula, empirical formula. So it's a lengthy formula. You have to remember this. So for different values of x, you can find out the different values of y. The upstream profile extends up to x is equal to 0.27 hd. hd will be known. You calculate the up to what profile it takes. Supposing if it exceeds up to 4.33 meters, 4.3 meters. So you start from the origin, you put x is equal to -1, -2, -3, -4 and -4.3. So like this, for different values of x, you find out the different values of phi, substitute. So because it ends at 4.3, that is from this formula. It is minus 0.27 hd. Thus, the coordinates are obtained for both the upstream curve and the downstream curve for different points using the two empirical formulas. So, I'll just brief out what we had discussed till now. So, in the design of Oogie spillway, we have to see that there is maximum discharge for the limited length of the spillway. To get maximum discharge, the coefficient of discharge should be maximum. So we'll see that it is designed in such a way that the upstream phase of the weir, of the spillway, of the Oogie spillway, will match with the lower nappe of the free falling water over a sharp crusted weir, because the water flowing over a sharp crusted weir will have a maximum discharge. So we have considered a sharp crusted weir to design the Oogie spillway. So here, first we have to check H by HD ratio. If it is greater than 1.33, then it is a high spillway. If it is a high spillway, the velocity the velocity head due to approach velocity HA can be taken as 0, and therefore the coefficient of CD is taken from standard curves. That value will be 2.2. Otherwise, if the value of H by HD ratio is less than 1.33, then the coefficient of CD is evaluated from a set of curves. Okay, once you get that, and the length, there's a formula for calculating the length of the spillway, which depends upon coefficients CP, KP, and KA. They are the pier contraction coefficient and abutment contraction coefficients, depending upon the whether they are rounded ends or 90-degree cut ends. So, value of 0.01 is taken for piers with 90 degrees, and zero point 0.1 is taken for abutment contraction, and it is substituted here. N is the number of piers. So therefore it is total length minus of this length, this for this value will give you the effective length. Once you get the effective length, the discharge can be calculated using this formula. Q is equal to CD LE HE whole raised to the power of 3 by 2. So that is how this formula can be used. And also to see to get the profile, we have two empirical formulas. One empirical formula for the downstream side. This is the empirical formula for the downstream side. For different values of x, you will get the different values of y. The coordinates of the curve, the downstream side curve is given by this formula, and the coordinates of the upstream curve, which is towards this side from the top of the crust, is given by this formula. So using the two formulas, you can find the coordinates. So in the next session, we will take up a numerical example for the design of Hoogie spillway. Thank you. Thank you.